G'day, Shah here once again with Four Wheels on the Road, helping you get the most out of your time away. Today we're down here at a good friend of mine from my childhood's business at Stickit Signs and the Wrap booth down the Gold Coast. What we're going to do today is take a bit of a look at what it's like to put a wrap on your vehicle, talk to Drew, who's the owner here, about the benefits of doing so, and it's time to welcome him in. G'day Drew, how are you?
Shah, champion.
Good to see you, mate. All right, so what are we going to do today? We're going to be taking a look at putting this on, and we're going to take a look from the start to the finish. And I think it's going to be a nice little journey and a nice little bit of intro for everybody to take a look at the process and demystify things a little bit for people out there. All right, let's go take a look, shall we?
So what we've got here is obviously a vinyl wrap. That's the thing about these four-wheel drive. You're always going to be busting through a bush or somewhere and scratching it up, obviously. So we see more and more customers from the four-wheel drive world just trying to put something on the original paint to keep the value in the car. Well, these are expensive cars, so...
Yeah, exactly. Well, you've got to protect your investment, don't you?
And it's like we mentioned before, most guys are keeping these trucks for a lot longer than they do cars. But everyone wants to know that they've still got the value in these things, so they'll cover it up. That's just some of the things that we do day in, day out. It doesn't just stop with that. We do paint protection films as well, which is like a clear. Even putting polyurethane on your lights, and these bar lights particularly. Absolutely. You know, everyone has those now, so we even tint those. So some guys want a stealth black truck, so we can tint these lights in polyurethane. Everything like that, it's really common now. And it's only going to get crazier, I think.
Awesome. And it's not even just for protecting your paint for, you know, bush bashing and all the rest of it. You know, just for general paint protection, it's great as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite often our vehicles are left out in the sun, and before you know it, you've got a nick in the paint and paint fades. So it's really good for protecting you from that as well.
Yeah.
And you're not just stuck with one pattern or one thing on the vehicle. You can make it as arty as you want. You can make patterns, you can put photos on there, you can do, I mean, obviously you guys do signs and all the rest of it as well as just the wraps, but you're not sort of limited in any way. It's just up to whatever your creativity can think of, and you've got an artist here who can do everything on the computer for you and run through everything with clients if they want to look at creating something a little bit more complex.
Yeah. Yep, and we've seen guys they'll be in like four-wheel drive clubs, and the last one we did, he wanted a Looney Tunes theme. Yep. So we put cartoon characters over it. It was just temporary. He just wanted to spend the summer with something fun because they were going out with a group of people in a club. The beauty of this stuff goes on and it comes off just as easy in the future. So with this stuff, we put it on with a heat gun. Yep. And we can take it off with a heat gun. So.
Oh, nice. So it's really easy to get on, really easy to get
it's
off.
Actually made to come off. It's made to come off a Ferrari in 5 years without damaging that car. It's come a long way in the glue. So all this adhesive, you can almost see little bubbles, little dots.
Yep.
So it's what they call a two-stage glue, where you can, it's not like a cheap sticker where you'll chuck it on and it gets stuck. It gives it a bit of slide.
Does that heat kind of activate the second bit, does it?
And pushing it down.
Yeah,
pushing it down releases the next bead of adhesive.
So that's a bit of information I didn't even know. I just thought it stuck on.
It's made for dummies.
Most people kind of just think, oh, it's just a sticker or something, but...
No, it's made so you can sort of put it on and then move it around and all sorts of stuff before you actually stick it down. All right, let's chuck it on.
And that particular vehicle, they just wanted to get just the bonnet done, and that's it for the moment?
This is about $450.
Yeah, okay.
Just this section here. We did quote him about $4,000 to do the whole truck.
Okay.
And he was going to have the military green colour there with a black thing. So another advantage, he didn't have all the money, so he just wanted the bonnet done. Too easy.
Good point.
So you can do, heck, he was even thinking of just doing the doors, but his mate talked him out of it. He was just going to do the doors. He goes, what do you want to do that for? So that changed to just this, and he'll come back to us one day if he wants to do the rest.
Well, that's again, that's another very good point. You know, you're not sort of limited by having to do the whole thing at the one time. You can just do it in sections as well if you want.
Yep.
So that's some really good thoughts, and it's good to get a ballpark from you as well on what you're sort of looking at for price-wise for things. You know, a lot of people don't really know too much about that, and part of this series on, you know, focusing on doing wraps on vehicles was to try and educate people on what it's like, and you know, get them to think about things a little bit more creatively as well.
Yeah, if you think of it as it's just vinyl or it's just polyurethane, you can put it anywhere. We have guys that put it just on the bottom half of their truck down the side, just because they're always going through the same thing. Like my wife's car right now is parked next to a bush over here. It's vinyl wrapped, luckily, but every single day in your driveway, whatever. So you don't have to do the whole roof. This thing can't have the roof done, so it's just vinyl, you know, put on properly, and you can choose whatever colours you want. So that's it.
So similar to like paint finish, is there like a matte and a gloss? Is this what you'd call like a matte, or does it work that way, or I don't know?
Yeah, this is probably a satin.
Okay.
So we have gloss, matte, satin finishes. Then there's other things that people mess with. They say they might get a red vinyl, but we can put on a glitter laminate, matte laminate, satin, pearl, like that pearl effect. It could be a pink pearl or a blue pearl.
Oh yeah, like opalescent, like you see paint jobs.
It's endless.
So this satin finish that you've got on here, you can put a
yeah, we could put a gloss laminate on it.
laminate over the top of it.
Yep.
It's crazy.
What painters can do, and they probably do it better than us, of course, they can paint.
Yeah.
But these vinyl, they can't paint this texture. They can't do this. So that's, there's something like 1,000 more colours and finishes that painters can't do.
There you go.
Because of the technology on vinyl. They say a wrap on your car is about half the price what a paint job could be, but you can also remove it and sell your original in the future with just take it off with a heat gun, and you've got the original colour truck, which means the value's still there. You don't have a potentially bad paint job.
All right, well, look, thanks for spending some time with us today, and you know, giving us a bit of a run through on what it's like to, you know, take a look at getting something like this on your vehicle. We're going to be doing some more focus on this in the future, and we'll come down and take a look at some more vehicles with you in time to come.
Thanks, Shah. We love your channel, mate. We're always watching it. Thank you.
No worries. Cheers, mate.